We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.
Click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back. We're here to bring you guys our Saturday show, man. Saturday situations. Or sometimes my family say the situations. What you know about situations, man? What's going on, Breezy? How you doing, man?
What's good, baby, man? I know all about situations. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. Some country stuff for y'all folk right there. Right there. Mike was listening to all that country music, man. Had me going back to like 2002, man. You should have put that jocking on him one time, yo.
See, they ain't
Show me in the club. Oh, you're going down. Hey, it's going down. What y'all know about that right there, man?
Keep that energy, man. I love it, man. Look at the people symmetry up on it, man. Look at the situations and entanglements.
Entanglements. Listen, I know this is another but Niners show, podcast, but listen, we have to define this word entanglement, yo, because like I'm trying to understand, like, you know what was so funny though? What was funny was Will was trying to get her to just confess.
Right.
Like,
just say you slept with him.
Right, because I'm sure this happened between Will and they did this before, and the only way to move forward was by Will saying, I cheated. And she went and say it, yo. So she said entanglements, and I'm like, and the
fact he said the same thing. You see entanglements.
Yo, it was a good 13 minutes, yo. It was a good 13 minutes. So if y'all don't know what we're talking about, make sure you check out the latest Red Table Talk, man, with Will and Jada, yo. It'll have you on your knees crying, yo.
Yeah, that was funny, man. Oh, no, and all right, I'm not doing this with y'all. All right, guys, we got to go to some of these formalities because I see y'all on one in the chat already. This is what happens when you bring that Saturday.
Somebody said,
I know you. I'm not doing this with them, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for checking us out here on the YouTube page. Y'all are great, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Turn on your notifications so you know every time we're going live. Give us a follow on our Snapchat. It is nothing but 9ERS. Actually, back on Twitter over there. We finally get the thing fixed. The Twitter is back up and running, guys. So if you guys were following the NB Niners, it's okay. You can still follow it. We're going to try to turn it into a positive page. But also, we have nothing but 9ERS on Twitter as well, okay? Give us a follow on our other social media platforms at Facebook and Instagram. Those handles are nothing but Niners, spelled all the way out with spaces in between. We have a website, guys, www.nothingbutniners.com. There's no numbers in there anywhere. It's your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners. You guys are going to get articles, videos, podcasts. You guys are going to see photos of yourselves out there because you guys are just sending us emails, right? You send us emails with you in your game day attire. NB9ERS at nothingbutniners.com and get those put up on the website for you guys, all right? You want some apparel, you can go straight to shopnb9ers.com, or you can go back to the website and then click the shop tab. It's all good. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, guys, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeart, Radio, Google Play, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. Give us a follow over there. Give us a rating. All that good stuff, guys. Again, you already saw it here. I am your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. And over here on this side is my guy, Breezy. Wayne Breezy. Again, man, you all right over there, bro? How you feeling this Saturday, man?
I'm just reading what people were writing, man. You guys are hilarious out there, man. Shout out to Miss Deb for breaking down what entanglements mean. Like, I know what it means. It's just that it was just a different word. I felt like she was making the situation complicated by using the word entanglement, but she just should have said, everybody already knew. Like, he knew, they knew, we knew, August Alsina knew. Like, Everybody knew. All right, so listen, I got an idea, Mike. I got an idea. Let me know what you think about this idea. Of course, we'll run it by the fellas, but I got an idea. My idea, we're gonna talk like that. I feel like watching some ideas. I feel like laughing. I've been watching scary movies for like the past month. All right, why don't we let the new page, the new Nothing But Niners account, why don't we do like a contest to where we like allow like a fan to run the page and post like news and content and things like that? You know what I'm saying? From the fans' perspective, opposed while we run the other page, and we'll let like a couple of maybe fans. You know how they run the Facebook account? Maybe we could get them to run the new Nothing But Niners Twitter handle. What do you think? It's a good.
Okay, it's interesting. That is very interesting. We'll put a pin in that. I like that.
All right, cool.
I like that because I'm thinking about what I also want to do it, and it still doesn't mean that what you're saying can't happen. I want to make like a charity type of thing. So anytime there's works in the communities or fundraising events and ideas, I want to make sure we're promoting it. We should be promoting it on both pages.
Correct.
That one in particular, I want to make sure that we start doing something big over there. So that would be dope, though. That would be dope. But yeah, man, Saturday energy, Saturday vibes, man. Energy is up. I'm I'm ready to get out today, man. What are your plans, man? I know we're gonna talk Niners. We're gonna get to all that, right? It's not a lot of news or anything, so we got some topics we're gonna jump into. But what is the rest of your Saturday looking like, man? What's going on?
I am going to be on 2K grinding to get that Opal Steph Curry badge, Steph Curry card, yo. So, like, you play Madden, right? You know how they got the Madden cards and stuff like that, and Ultimate Team Madden. Well, 2K got its own version of Ultimate Team. So they put these spotlight challenges in the game, and you got to beat like all the divisions. So there's 5 teams in all the divisions. So that's 30 teams, right? And these are like the best players from each one of those teams. Like, so I did the Atlantic Division, so I played the Celtics, and they had like Robert Parrish, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Paul Pierce was like they had Larry Bird running point, Paul Pierce, and I forgot whoever else was on that joint. So they're picking the best 5 players from every team, plus their benches be stacked, and it be on Hall of Fame. So it's hard, right? So you see Hurricane saying he got the Galaxy Steph Curry. So they put in because the basketball season is extended, they want people to keep playing the game. They starting to put out all these Opal cards, and the Opal cards are like beyond 99s. They like over 100s. Like they're really 99s,
but you got to be about it.
But you got to be about it. So I'm gonna be grinding out because I'm trying to finish that, by Monday, yo, so I could collect all my coins and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yo, we just rode our bikes for like 26 miles, bro. I ain't doing shit. I'm so tired, bro. I didn't realize riding a bike, how tired you become after riding a bike. And of course, like my wife didn't complain. Well, what I did was I didn't really want to go riding the bike, but I said earlier in the week we could go bike riding. So my wife held me accountable to that. So she came in the room today. She was like, "Yo, we gonna go bike riding?" And I'm like, dang, I really want to grind today. I feel like playing games. I ain't played games. I've been studying all week. I want to play games. So I took her on the toughest. We did all these hills. I'm such a bad husband. We did all these hills, and when we got to the last 2 miles to get home, she was like, this is with all the hills. I was like, come on, we could do it. Yo, she's a G, bro. She ain't complained one time, bro. She did up the hill, down the hill, up. It was like bunny hills all the way, man.
That's right. Your woman motivated you and held you accountable to do what you wanted to do. And your response to this was,
I'm such a bad guy, yo.
let me go ahead and just torture her on the hill. I don't understand. I don't get you, bro.
My psychology is all over the place, man. So yeah, man. So the rest of the Saturday, man, I'm probably gonna have a couple of shots of bourbon and play games, man. I'm gonna call it a night, bro. I got a softball game at 8:30. I got a doubleheader. Then I got church tomorrow. So I'm Gucci, man. I'm good for the weekend, man. What about you, man? What are your plans for Saturday?
Yeah, so I don't do a lot of out stuff because of everything that's going on, but I do like to go and watch boxing on Saturdays. Y'all know how I was. I would hit the cigar parlor. Well, UFC and boxing is a big thing going on. So like 4 of the guys from the cigar parlor, one of our guys just passed away. I told y'all how they called me Similac over there. I'm one of the youngest guys there. But one of the older gentlemen there passed away. So now it's 4 of us. We're going to get together in one guy's garage. We're going to sit outside. We're going to social distance. We're going to have some cigars. We're going to watch the fights and just relax. Man, I wish we could get close enough to play some spades, but I know that they're not quite ready to do all that stuff. So, we're going to be doing it that way. We're going to be relaxing and taking it easy, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So, it's just going to be one of those days, man. One of those days where we get to kick back, relax, try not to overheat. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be one of those things. Now, is he ready to come in?
Yeah, man, he's ready.
All right, let's see if we can get Nick in here.
What up?
What's going on, man?
What's good, homie?
What's good?
Are you driving?
No, I'm actually pulled over right now, so just figured I'd jump in and say what's up. I was out running some errands, so
good shit, man.
Check y'all out.
You look like you're sweating up a storm over there, bro. It's hot outside today, man.
It's hot as hell outside.
Oh yeah,
that's all good.
That's why I'm drained, yo.
Big shout to Breezy, man. 26-mile bike ride today. I seen,
bro.
That's what he said. We're gonna have to phone a friend on that one.
I saw the map.
Thank you, Nick, man. Like, get your ass back on this show. You my validation, yo.
That was kilometers. That was kilometers.
It showed the map, bro. It showed this whole trail. I damn sure ain't walked 26 miles. I'll still be out there right now. It's so hot.
Right?
Yo,
man.
Yo, it's crazy, man. He don't understand this bike. Like, he don't understand the workout life, man. He got good metabolism over there and wherever he at. Mike is good. You know what I'm saying? He don't realize we gotta work double hard, Nick.
Yeah, dude. 26 miles, no joke.
So what's your plan? What's the rest of your plans for today, Nick?
I'm actually gonna go watch later on. I guess I'm gonna drive out to Broomall, PA, and watch one of my buddy's baseball teams that he coaches, just to get out of the house a little bit. Kind of been, going through some shit at home. So, but looking like Papa Smurf with the blue mask. Yeah, boy. Look, gotta mask up, man.
Yeah,
man. Wear your mask, guys. Please wear your mask.
Serious, gotta wear your mask. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, not much, man. Not much. Got some things to take care of first, like I said, and then we'll see.
Well, stick around for a little bit, man. When you got to go, let us know. But we're gonna jump into some of these conversations because we got you on here, and people.
I got one question though. I got one question because I couldn't get on the show the other night. No, not who's. I don't use that slogan anymore. That's long gone. That shit's long gone. But I got a question to you, Mike, because I didn't get a chance to get on the other night, and it's about this Mostert talk, right? So you're saying, you were saying like, well, okay, we'll just pay him, right? But when Robbie Gold was up and requested a trade, you were like, get his ass out of here. He doesn't want to be here. Get out of here. So why the difference in change? Like, that's the question I got for you.
Robbie Gold held out with a fully guaranteed contract. Mostert just wants some guarantees. He has no guarantees at all. That's it.
Right.
Robbie Gold was the second highest paid kicker under that franchise tag, which I don't know how he became. I thought a franchise tag was a scale of the top 5 or something like that, but it put him in the second highest position. And he's holding out. Like, bro, you have a fully guaranteed contract. Get in here. And then what happens? He starts the season, 7 of 12 was the last stat that I saw. He was just over 50%. Like, get in here and work. Now, with Mostert, I think that the 3-point-whatever million is fine. I don't think he should get more than that, but I understand him wanting guarantees. They can cut him today, and he's got nothing. Mostert just had a kid.
See, the difference I see with Mostert is this is a loaded backfield, right? This is a loaded backfield. And Mostert didn't just – not going to say that he didn't earn that position because he definitely did. He balled out last year, right? But when he got that contract, he was not a starter. So I agree with those terms of wanting more money if he's going to be the starter. But we don't even know if he's going to be the starter. We don't even know what he's going to get this year, right? So he played out a lot last year because of injuries. And then for some reason, Matt Breida wasn't getting snaps either. So with the Tevin Coleman situation, Mostert hot hand. Look, the guy definitely deserves some guaranteed money, right? But I also feel that in in this system, any running back can do what he did on this roster.
People keep saying it, but nobody
I'm
averages
just
as many
saying.
yards per carry as him.
Well, it's hard
Right,
to say. It's hard to say
it
that
is hard to
any
say.
running back. I feel like it has to be. It could be any running back, but they got to have that speed skill. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You don't
Because
think? Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't think a Jeff Wilson Jr. can come in here and produce like Raheem Mostert
he's
was
not
in the
as
system?
he's not as fast.
You don't
Like,
have that
he's
skill.
not as fast. He would be like Coleman, but better. Like, you
No
get what I'm
player-
saying?
No running back since Shanahan has been here has had 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns in a season. It just hasn't happened. It has not
Right.
happened.
Well, and that's because there's so many different running backs they use.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna. You got 3 guys, and then you got Jet, which nobody knows what we're gonna get from Jet, right? So I'm not taking anything away from Mostert. I think he deserves that guaranteed money. I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but there are questions as the team should be saying, like, okay, well, we have Jeff Wilson Jr. here who's making less. We got other contracts coming up. We got a lot of free agents next year. How they're working their money, right? So the difference between Mostert. The difference between Mostert was they requested a trade, didn't demand a trade, right? So either way, he's going to come back. I have a feeling that he's going to come back.
Absolutely.
Right? So I don't think it's going to hurt. It wasn't like I'm demanding a trade or I'm not going to show up. They requested a trade if they can't handle a situation, right? And Parag Marate and this team will figure something out, I believe, with Raheem Mostert. But I just had that question for you, Mike, because I'm like, wait. Mike said to me before, any player that doesn't want to be here, get the hell out of here. And that's the only reason I wanted to ask that question because, we've gone over this talk plenty of times. Plenty of times as into, okay, well, if you don't want to be here, then leave. We don't want you here, right? So it was just a question that I had, but I never got a chance to ask you it. But, yeah, man, I'm ready to talk.
I believe he'll be back. Now, I want him back. I believe he'll be back. That doesn't mean that we can't replace his production as a whole. Because I've never said that. I love Mostert. I like his personality a lot. But I've seen other players whose personalities I like walk right out the door, and I don't bat an eye about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that is a really good segue to our first topic. So our first question is going to be, in case he's not here, right? So we got Matt Breida gone and potentially Mostert. Who becomes the guy? Not just a guy. Who becomes the guy?
But I don't think anybody becomes the guy. I think it will come by default depending on how guys perform week in and week out, right? So you already know Coleman's going to be the guy for Shanahan. That's Shanny's guy. But what Nick said was kind of made sense. He was like, he said you could get any running back to come in here. And I'm saying you need running back with that kind of skill set, right? Because we see speed works better in the zone scheme that we try to run, right? Because Coleman doesn't run it as well. We use Wilson on the goal line, so we don't really know how he runs in this zone inside and outside scheme. But here, my question to answer your question is, well, if we don't have that specific guy, then they're going to utilize different guys until they figure it out. I think Mostert just became, like Nick said, the guy because of injury or whatnot. And he has skills to run in this specific type of offense. If he happens to go, or if he happens to be traded or sit out or do whatever, which he's not said he wasn't going to do, or whatever, like if he happens to not be here, then your question comes into play. Like, which guy or guys will be able to this? And I think with Shanahan, only had one guy. I think Shanahan's guy was Jerick McKinnon, and he paid him as if he was his guy, and he just didn't pan out. So he went and got another one of his guys, which was Tevin Coleman, and that's why Coleman gets like the bulk of the starts. I still think Coleman starts, even with Mostert getting guaranteed money.
Mostert didn't have any starts, so that makes sense. Coleman is the starter.
I was trying to tell everybody, like, oh, Mostert's going to start. I just don't think. Go ahead, Nick.
Look, you guys know what I've been saying about this running back committee, right? This team has a running back by committee. There is no A guy, B guy, things like that, right? It varies, and it's been that way since Kyle Shanahan's been here. They use different backs in different situations, different down and distances, and they use, we've seen Jeff Wilson Jr. come in, right, and get a wheel route and win a game in Arizona, right? And That's not to say that any of those other running backs couldn't do it, but that's just who he utilized for that play, right? So I don't think Kyle Shanahan needs that number one guy, right? Well, we can say Tevin Coleman's the starter. He'll come out, and you guys know how I am with starting, right? That's one play. Whoever's out there first is considered a starter. After that first play, nobody's considered a starter. It goes anywhere, right? So it's just a matter of who's one of the first guys on the field as that top 11, right? So I truly believe that this is, and this isn't to say that Mostert's production can be replaced easily or things like that, but you got a healthy Jet McKinnon coming back, right? You got Raheem Mostert still here under contract. You got a Tevin Coleman. You got a Jeff Wilson Jr. You got two undrafted guys who are, both like Jeff Wilson Jr. and Raheem Mostert, right? You got rid of Matt Breida because of that reason. You got undrafted guys there. Not to say that they'll be better than Mostert or better than anybody on this roster, because it's still to be seen. But in the end, the way that Kyle Shanahan runs this system is a running back by committee. And to get 6.5 yards per carry is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. Mostert flashed a lot last year. But to say that that we're going to lose, that our season is over, or, not that you guys said that, but I've seen people out there like, oh my God, just, what now we're going to lose him, or, these guys with injuries or whatever. Look, Raheem Mostert has proven himself 1 year, right? And we don't know what we're going to get. We could still get the same thing. We could get better, or we could get worse out of Raheem Mostert. You never know, right? People have 1 year glories, and I'm not saying that Raheem Mostert will do that, but Tevin Coleman will be the guy out there. I believe this offense is going to rely a lot on Jerick McKinnon this year to see if we're going to keep him around and what he can produce. And getting rid of Matt Breida is because of Jerick McKinnon and the up and coming of Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. and the undrafted guys. So this running back backfield is really stacked, and I don't think we lose a beat, to be honest with you, with Raheem Mostert or without Raheem Mostert.
I agree. I agree. Symmetry says, as much as I like Mostert, and I do, if he's disgruntled enough to allow his agent to say what he said, that he wants to trade or he's requesting a trade, how opposed are you all to replacing him with Devontae Freeman? You guys remember me saying back when Freeman became a free agent, me saying something about that's probably a guy that's going to be on Kyle Shanahan's radar? And everybody was like, nah, we got Mostert. We don't need Freeman, blah, 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 all this stuff. And now Mostert's requested a trade. And Freeman's name is popping back up all of a freaking sudden because he's a Shanahan guy. Guys, what do you guys think about this? Right.
I don't think we pick up another running back. If Raheem Mostert leaves, we got undrafted guys to fill that spot. I don't think if they were going to go after Devontae Freeman, they would have already done it. That's my thoughts on it.
I'm just tired of picking up older guys. Like, let's get our own talent and keep them here. Like, I feel like we found Mostert. I think that's part of why I want him to stay so much. You know what I mean? I really think that's part of it, is because I'm so sick of, he used to play for Shanahan, let's go get him and bring him here. Stop. Enough already. Give me our guys. Give me our guys. We found Raheem Mostert, the running back. Now, he might have been here because he was Raheem Mostert, the gunner, but we found the running back, Raheem Mostert. We put him in a system that really, really works. Keep him. Or, I'm not saying you got to keep him. Fine. Don't keep him. Let's get Ahmed or Hasty and make them our guy like we did with Breida. Like, stop going after these free agents just because they have some tie to somebody in the team. It annoys the hell out of me, man.
I understand that, but you got to understand one thing about free agents, guys. They are proven commodities in the NFL. Regardless of what you think, they have proven that they can sustain and last. Even though Freeman deals with injuries, which one of our running backs doesn't? So here's my thing. Here's my thing, right?
You can't say that. Mostert still dealt with injuries.
He's still dealt with injuries. He's right.
He had a broken forearm.
Woo!
Bro, you still can't say he last year was his first time playing almost a full season. So he still deals with injuries.
Listen,
we can't cut him that slack, man.
Listen,
this isn't Quentin Patton.
The only one that didn't get hurt last year.
He was. I'm just talking about.
Mostert got hurt last year.
No, he didn't.
He got hurt in the Tevin Coleman game, and then Tevin Coleman came in and got hurt.
I don't know, but he came back though. He wasn't hurt. But
It's different.
But every one of our running backs get hurt because it's just the way it is. Anyway, my point is you bring in a guy like Devontae Freeman as a free agent who's gonna have to play for veterans minimum because no one's gonna probably pick him up and give him what he wants. That's the reason why guys like that get picked up, Mike, for the simple fact that, hey man, I can't give this guy $4 million or $2 million, but I could give this guy $1 million. You get what I'm saying? So like it's little silly stuff like that to why guys like Devontae Freeman may end up with a job somewhere like San Francisco or any other team that he seems or fits the scheme of, just because he'll play. Look, Cam Newton is the perfect example. All right, and he's playing for $1. Like he's playing for 50 cents. He wants to play.
I'm not gonna say why, but
no, because it's not. That's not the reason why. The reason why is he was injured. So now he's gonna have to go out there and prove himself or whatnot. Y'all could get into that. I'm just saying, guys that want to play football. Jerick McKinnon is another example. He decided to say, hey, man, let's rip up this contract. Let's renegotiate, restructure, whatever. I'll play for bare minimum. I'm going to show you and bet on myself. That's what guys have to do in this league when they want to prove. Now, Mike, I agree, man. Stop picking up these old mother suckers because it's like we taking somebody else's baggage and let's, whatever. But we do have those young guys, and they're just not proven yet. And I would like the system to be set up so we could just plug and play them. So, and we don't even know if our young guys are going to make the squad. We're hoping Hasty or Ahmed makes the squad or whatnot. And we don't even know if Jeff Wilson Jr. makes the squad. We're sold on him being a running back in this system. He might get beat up by one of the undrafted free agents. So we don't really know what's going on. I think Nick made a great point. Jerick McKinnon, is, if he's healthy, if he can cut, Jerick McKinnon has proven that he's going to come in here and let everybody know why San Francisco gave him that contract. In free agency. That's what we're hoping for.
That's another big thing, man, is how Jerick McKinnon. Look, we could be talking about Jerick McKinnon next year or this season coming up, saying, damn, I wish we had him for his full contract. Like, we don't know what we're going to get out of Jet, right? People see what he did in Minnesota. We have yet to see what he can do in Kyle Shanahan's system. And look, this, like I said, this running back by committee that Kyle Shanahan does, it's to be seen who comes in and does what, man. We could be surprised by, like you said, Hasty or Ahmed this year. And Tevin Coleman and Jerick McKinnon are gone. And Hasty and Ahmed and Jeff Wilson Jr. are the running backs going forward. We don't know. But there's a lot of talent back there. And like I said, I don't think we're going to skip a beat whether we lose Mostert this year or if we keep him or whatever. I really don't think that we're going to lose that much of a beat there.
You say it's running back by committee, and I agree with you. But let me ask you this question. Do you think it's running back by committee because that's the way it was set up? Because Kyle just hasn't found his guy? Because if you go back to, like, just take the word Shanahan, for example. We all know that Shanahan's want a specific type of running back. And if they can get that one guy to be that running back, like Terrell Davis, like if they can get that guy to be their running back, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just at the point where they're not able to draft a running back high in value because they're picking up other pieces. But when the draft time comes and they see that running back, it might come down to where they actually find that one guy and they won't need the 5 or 6 guys as committee going forward. But do you think it's committee by default or by choice? Like is it are they? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it's by design for sure. It's similar to our defensive line. They like to keep fresh legs in there so that it wears down on the opponents. We're going to keep pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding, and then boom, here come fresh legs while you're winded. It's definitely by design. There's been series where you'll see a guy run, the whole length of the field, get tackled right before they bring in somebody else, right? And then that guy takes the play off, and then all right, you can tell he's ready. He's on the sideline like. All right, here I go. No, just relax now. Relax. Like we're gonna go with somebody else out here. Like it's just they do it because they want to keep the guys fresh and keep the defense guessing which way they're gonna go, what they're doing. A lot of people say, most of us better at outside zone, right? And you want Coleman inside, but you see both of them doing the opposite. Why? It's because you want to keep the opponents guessing. So it's definitely, in my opinion, anyway. I won't say that, but it's
yeah. I mean, I agree. I think it's all by design, and I think this is another reason why Kyle Shanahan has running backs that can all do the same thing. They can all catch out of the backfield. They all can block. They all can run inside and outside zone. They may be better at one or the other, but they can still do it all. So just like Mike said, you keep the defense guessing. You don't lose a lot of speed between the guys. And Kyle Juszczyk is pretty much the same type, right? He's fast. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can block. He just doesn't run the ball well up the middle, right? So, but there are things that they all do the same. And if you go back to any Kyle Shanahan's days, there's always, as offensive coordinator, it's always been running back by committee. And I think it's by design. And I think it's like Mike said, you run one good play, and all Kyle Shanahan's plays have the ability to go 20-plus yards on a run, and you can hurry up and switch somebody else in and not lose a step in gas, speed, ability, because they're all the same. So I think it's by design.
Cool. And don't let them throw the okey doke and get a wide receiver out the backfield come running on you, because then that's even more crazy. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely by design. Good job, guys.
Yeah, man. So you guys don't think that there's going to be a guy, right? Now, what I mean by that is last year, I feel like not last year, the season before last. I feel like Breida was the guy. I know there were other running backs here, but that year felt like Breida's year as a Niners running back. I think this year, once you got past, week 6 or 7, it was Mostert was the guy, right? You saw it heavily in Baltimore, the postseason, right? It felt like Mostert was the guy. You guys don't think that there's going to be like that was the guy this year?
I think that guy, if Mostert isn't playing, will be the Jet. I think the Jet becomes the guy.
Okay.
I to be honest with you, I think that there was only a guy, and because there were even times when we questioned ourselves, Mike, as fans, like, why wasn't Mostert in for that? And it was Tevin Coleman, right? So I don't think that Mostert was the guy, right? There, you go back and you look at the Carolina game, Tevin Coleman was that guy. You go and look at the Green Bay game, Raheem Mostert was the guy. And I think it was kind of just playing the hot hand in that game, right? And you've heard Kyle Shanahan go out and say, I wanted to give more snaps to Coleman this game, but Mostert was just playing well. Or I wanted to give more snaps to Mostert, but Coleman was just playing well. So I don't really think that he goes into the saying this is going to be our guy, right? It's really dictating on coverages. It dictates how the running back is having a game that day. The offensive line is playing. I think there's a ton that goes into it. And it's not taking anything away from our running backs. It's just I really think Kyle Shanahan likes to keep his guys or keep the defense on their heels and not know. You've seen it in the mic'd up with Green Bay, right? Like, damn, 31 still in the game? Like, aren't they going to give this guy a breather, right? Like, and it was keeping people like, okay, shit, they're just going to keep him in here. This guy's just running all over us. And then you seen the 4 or 5 touchdown performance by Tevin Coleman against Carolina, right? So, right. I think that if anybody next year, I really think that Jerick McKinnon is going to have a blow-up year this year. Mm-hmm. I really believe Jerick McKinnon. I've been waiting to see this guy in the red and gold. I really am waiting to see what he can do. He's 2 years off now, looks healthy as shit, and look, if Mostert stays here, I think it's gonna be between Mostert and McKinnon, and I think it's just gonna be a dominant as hell run game, like it was last year.
I thought I was coming in here with a hot take saying that it's gonna be Jerick McKinnon, and both of y'all said the same thing. Well, I won't waste time. Y'all know I've been saying he's the player I'm most excited to see this season, right?
Bro, I've been saying that since we signed him,
right?
And you're like, you've come a long way with Jerick McKinnon, right? Because before you're like, I don't like him.
I don't. I just want to see what he can do. It's got to be him.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm high on Jerick McKinnon in this offense. Like, I cannot wait to see him. I've been saying that for the last 3 years, but it's the same word you said with Mostert, and a lot of people have said with Mostert. And look, I've given Mostert his credit, but I don't think that he's not replaceable on this team. You know what I mean? So I think any of the running backs on this team are replaceable. I think any running back in the league right now is replaceable because it's not a running back league anymore. It's not as bad as big on running backs as it used to be. So I think talking about Tevin Cole or Devontae Freeman, I think he ends up playing this year less than Raheem Mostert if there's a football season. because just running backs aren't a big demand right now in the NFL.
Okay. All right. All right, good talk, man. I like that, man. That was fun. That was fun breaking down the running back position there. We have 3 other subjects that we got to get to here. And this next one is one that isn't even from anything 49ers related necessarily, but a guy who used to cover the 49ers for San Francisco 49ers for the team, Joe Fan. He posted this, he tweeted something that had a link for the article, and it said, will the 49ers, or will the Seahawks, because now he works for NBC Sports Northwest, so he covers Seattle for them. And the tweet was, will the Seahawks sweep the 49ers, yay or nay? And Niner fans killed this dude. They jumped at you.
Without reading the article.
Yes, of course, without reading the article. You freaking traitor. No way that happens. I'm glad you're not a Niner. Oh, look at how you turned your back on us. They killed Joe Fan. So before we even talk about what's in the article, let's react to the headline. Will the Seahawks sweep the 49ers this year?
How can you expect 49er fans not to kill him just from the headline in the article? Like, he set himself up for death. No one's gonna read. If you just said to the 49er fans, will the Seahawks sweep? Like, you can't put that out there. You know that.
But no, that's a question. It's a question. It's the same as putting up a poll. He didn't say.
No doubt, it's a question.
The Seattle Seahawks will sweep the 49ers this year.
You're missing the whole point, bro. Like, we 49er fans see one way only, and you can't. It could have been any other team. When they see the word Seattle and 49ers, you can't. It's like you can't address it like that. Like, I know it's a question. I get that it's a question, but 49er fans would be like, yo, what are you saying? And if they read the article, they would see what he was saying, or the guys that he asked, what he was saying. But my point is, soon as you say, will the 49ers get swept by Seattle, I love the 49er fans for that shit. Like, you know how, what the, I love it. It got personal. They called him a traitor. They called him a Benedict Arnold. You name it, yo. Like, they called him every name under the book. And you know what he got him? Mad likes. I wish I could like my shit. Then he got mad likes, mad retweets, mad this, mad that, and he ain't no better than any one of us. All right, so I'm done venting. All right, go ahead.
Now here's the thing. All right, I do want to correct you on one thing. You started it with when you're tweeting to 49er fans, and then you went on with your rant, right? With your reaction.
My bad.
Now, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Yep, go ahead.
The 49er fans anymore, guys. He made it very clear. I cover the Seahawks.
Seattle, yeah.
The team that he's appealing to now is Seattle, not San Francisco.
He's still connected. Seattle is connected to 49er fans.
And the hip bone connected to the thigh bone. What they got to do with anything, bro?
Right, but the hip bone and the thigh bone ain't 49ers and Seahawks, my guy. It's totally different. It's totally different. Like, let Matt Mayako say something, ask that question, and I guarantee you Seahawks fans would jump the gun. Like, it's just what we do because of our competitive nature, yo. And we don't even play the sport. Like, we're not even on the field. But we invest and we at time and things like I totally get where the 49er fans are from, and I support y'all. Rock on.
Oh, look at Breezy supporting the overreactions. That's for post-game shows, man.
I just think it was a big overreaction, because if you still follow Joe Fan has still talked up about the 49ers. Even during when people were saying that we're not the real deal, Joe Fan was out there saying in his articles that I've seen this coming for years, covering the 49ers. And then when you put out a question and it says, will the Seattle Seahawks sweep the 49ers this year?
Yay or nay?
Bite the dude's head off.
It also said
yay or nay. Right, and it says yay or nay. It's literally a question. It's like Breezy saying, will the 49ers be able to will the 49ers beat the Chiefs, right? And in your article, you say no, or you say yes, but people are going to attack you because
ain't nobody in the 49er fan base attacking me. And I could give two shits about a Chiefs fan base. I could give two shits about it.
I'm just saying, and just in general, it's just a question, right? It was just like putting out. I know. And look, I respect the hell out of Joe Fan.
And it's not a dumb question either. It's not a dumb question.
He's a hell of a reporter, But more times than none, he still supports the shit out of the 49ers, even while covering the Seahawks. And he speaks facts. The guy doesn't speak like – there's a lot of reporters out there that are team jock riding, right? And he's a reporter for the Seattle Seahawks, but he's been on Seattle Seahawks shows. Well, he's not really technically a reporter for the Seahawks. He's technically in the Northwest Division, right, up in that Northwest area. And he takes a lot of heat, but to be honest with you, he has supported the Niners through in and throughout and has said shit, and he takes a lot of flack. And even before people read the articles, because 99% of the time, he's on board with what the 49ers are doing compared to that 1% where he's not. And look, I respect the hell out of him. I think people jumped on him for no reason without reading the article, because he literally said nay and said some really good things about the only thing that he said that, with the Niners being like pretty much an all-around team, so I don't know, man. I still got much love for Joe Fan. We got to get him back on here on this show one time.
I'm not, man. You trying to start a riot in the comments, bro?
Right, but right, and that's what I'm trying to say. Look, you had a guy that worked for the 49ers who goes and trades his life and sells his soul to the devil and goes to work at the Northwest for the Seattle Seahawks, whether he covers all the Northwest stuff up there or whatnot. And you expect 49er fans to lay down the red carpet and read his shit? Please, man, please. No, man, please. That's like me going to work, like doing a nothing but Rams show or nothing but Cowboy show, and you see me talk. These fans are gonna slay me. They're gonna take my head, put it on a stake, like on some Game of Thrones shit or whatever. Man, come on. He knew that was coming. But you're right, Nick, and you're right, Mike. Listen, guys, you click on the link and you read, and when you read it, he was agreeing. He was not saying that. He said nay.
Right.
but he knew the fans were coming, bro.
I think all three of us agree that we're not getting swept by the Seahawks. But that was the thing.
Yeah.
He posted the actual question that was asked to the panel. That's all it was the one question. It was like 4 questions asked to the panel. He posted the question and the link, and people were like, "Oh, I'm like, yo, it was one of the questions."
Hold on. You know why? You want to know why, Nick and Mike? Because the way he left.
Because y'all sensitive.
No. The way he left San Francisco, the whole fan base, it was so abrupt. It was like 1 minute he was doing the show, and then the next minute, I'm moving. I'm going to cover the Seahawks. It was like no setup. It's like just getting straight.
Hey, his off season came and went, bro. He a free agent, got picked up.
I hear you, bro.
The other thing is all three of us, right? If we were reporters and had a chance to move back to a hometown and family, you're taking that job. You're taking that job, even when you're not a Niners fan. All three of us are taking that job. That's where he's from.
Where's your family from, Breezy?
Say that again.
Where's your family from?
My family, well, we're from here. We're from Connecticut, but my grandmother's family is from Virginia. But I ain't going down south. I hate down south.
The closest team to you is the Patriots?
Yes. Or no, actually, the closest team to me would be the Jets or the Giants. New York is closer than Foxborough.
So you get a phone call from ESPN and they say, "Hey, we want you to come and cover the Jets. We've seen your work covering the 49ers. We want you to cover the Jets."
It all depends on them zeros at the end of the day.
That's what I was going to say. We understand that the cost of living is more out here. We're going to make sure that you can move in, live a comfortable lifestyle, whatever it is. Will you accept that for a check?
Absolutely. I'll still be a diehard 49er fan, but I'll be getting paid to cover the Jets.
But that's what he did.
I'm not knocking him for what he did. I'm just saying how abrupt it happened. It was like like I just watched them on TV or watched them doing a show, and then it was like he just left and up with the Holy Ghost. He was gone. Like I'm like, dang, that was quick. No warning, no set me up, give me my 2 weeks notice. When you work at a job, you better give your job 2 weeks notice. You won't collect no unemployment.
He gave the Niners his 2 weeks notice.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did because Alvarino.
It wasn't 2 weeks.
Alvarino about it.
It was like 2 days.
I talked to Alvarino about it. Nah.
All right, man. You stick up for Joe Fan. That's your guy. I got it. He could be my guy too once we talk. But right now,
I'm just being serious. The organization knew that he was leaving. It was just the fans didn't know.
Right.
because they had to keep things at a hush hush because they were doing things.
Well,
So
he need to let his
we
fans
should have
know.
known. Us fans should have known when Kiana Martin started doing the 49ers lives by herself they were transitioning her into that position.
Talk about
we even said it. What's going on with Joe Fan because he's not there? And
Good
I
point.
asked Alberino, and Alberino said things are coming. So we should have noticed that as 49ers fans. If you don't watch 49ers live and you didn't take notice to that Kiana Martin was slowly transitioning over.
So now we got to use context clues, Nick. So now we got
to think.
We got to think. You want us to think? That's my point. You want to wait. So Mike is saying we need to read, and Nick is saying we got to think. That's too much. That's way too much. That's just a lot.
Y'all an emotional, sensitive fan base, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, look, but wait, hold on. Before we put that comment up, hold on.
My fault.
No, you good. Breezy, is it possible it's just a job to Joe Fan? I'll be honest with you. It's a little more than just a job because this is the team he grew up rooting for. He's from the area. Yeah. So that was his team. So not only do you get to go cover your favorite team, they're moving you back up there and you can afford that lifestyle. Yeah. It's the dream. If the Niners called us to come cover the team, we out. Right? We out. So
it's like there's no question in my mind.
That's what it was for him.
And I'm sorry, I wouldn't give my job 2 weeks. I would just be up and out. Like I would just.
So you're not gonna tell us?
No. I said the job, like the students.
Okay.
So my students won't care, but it's the rest of the job. I'll just be like, I need a leave of absence or something like that. Like I'm gone. But nah, man, it is possible that it's just the job. But I think, like Mike said, this is something that hit home for him, and it was a no-brainer for him too, man. So congratulations to Joe Fan, man.
Madly. Sean Shepard says the 5 teams you could never root for or say good things about as a Niners fan. The Traitors, you know who that is, right?
The Raiders.
Lambs, you know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Cowgirls,
mm-hmm.
Sea Pigeons,
mm-hmm.
or the Cheese Dips. Is that Green Bay?
That's Green Bay.
Oh, wait, we not allowed to like Green Bay either?
I never had a hatred toward Green Bay. You guys did? I mean, I know in the late 90s they was killing, but
I never really hated the Packers like that.
I mean, I didn't like Brett. I think I have more, definitely more hatred to the Giants than the Packers. But
I would swap out. I like this list of 5 here. I want to know your guys' 5. Well, I like all of them except for the Packers. I would switch that up.
I don't understand why we hate the Raiders so much. I mean, other than we could only be one team in the Bay, but we don't ever play them. And they suck. They've been sucking for over 40 years.
We talk a lot of trash because we're so close to each other.
I get it.
It's like when you from the area. It's like when you hear Jets and Giants fans argue with each other.
No, I got you.
Y'all play in the same building. Shut the hell up. Y'all the same. Y'all both trash. Like, shut up.
No,
Nick, what about you? What will your 5 teams be?
Well, obviously the 3 NFC West teams.
Right. You put the Cardinals up there?
Yeah, it's a division rival. Yeah, of course.
I hear you. I just don't hate them, but I'm starting to. So they're going into my hate category. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So to me, it'd be Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, and then it'd be the Cowboys and the Raiders.
Okay.
Those would be my 5.
Seahawks, Cowboys, and Raiders. Okay. I get that. So Raiders and Cowboys only 9 division ones, and that's what it is with me. The reason I don't hate the Cardinals is because of the fans. I realize that when I dislike teams, it's not the teams, it's the fans that make me really hate a franchise. Like the Rams had one good year, and I didn't even know that Rams fans knew about 49ers Twitter or Twitter at all. They had one good year, and these fans came out the woodworks, like just running it. Like, bro, how'd you even? I didn't even say anything about McVay. Why are you in my mentions on Twitter? I hate that fan base. Y'all phony as hell. Y'all know how we teased the Seahawks about they became fans in 2012. That's why they called themselves the 12. Bro, they became fans last year, 2017. That was their year. Because I never heard a Rams fan talk shit in my life on my timeline. Never.
If y'all want to know why I'm cracking up, it's because of this statement right here. Yes. And I'm going through my Rolodex of who I think I know that it's a Cardinals fan, and I can't figure it out.
Right. Cardinals fan is the same as a baby named Jerome. It's just something you don't see. It's just something you don't see. All right, we got another comment here from Symmetry. That was cool, too. if you want to leave the red and gold to go and take another team, especially not double. I hear you, man. Y'all gonna kill Joe Fent, man. Joe's a good dude, man. Y'all liked him when he was on the show. Don't be hating on our guy, man. He's a good dude.
Yo, I think Joe Fan turned around 49ers Live and all that stuff himself. To be honest with you,
he's a good guy.
The show's got more interesting, and rapping with him. Maybe I got a bias. I hate when I know, like, I've talked to somebody off record and stuff to see who they really are. He's a cool ass dude, man.
He's a real good dude.
The tall motherfucker, but he's tall freaking guy, but he's a cool dude, man. He's a lot taller than he looks on TV, bro. He got to be 6'2", 6'3". Like he's up there, bro.
Yeah, I think he's 6'2".
So, all right, we got some more topics real quick. We're almost done the show, man. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. So, by the way, if you guys want to check out the article, I posted it in the Facebook comments when I posted this, so it'll refresh after this. And I also posted it in this one, but it didn't save it, so you have to do it after the show. It'll be up there. It'll update the bio for this episode, so you guys can go check that out. Or just look for Joe Fan with 2 N's on Twitter. So there's 2 more things. Head coaching brackets. Did you guys see it?
I refuse to look at it, but I'll look at it real quick.
All right. So this was supposed to be.
You have a picture of it up here?
I don't actually. I can download it real quick. I can download it and upload it to the thing because I actually should have done that. Good call here. Let me find this thing. So not only did I somehow get into an argument over this thing, but
you sure did,
because
yeah.
of the way you phrased it. What has Walsh done lately? Well, no shit. He obviously didn't do shit lately.
Because he's dead.
Who didn't pick that up? Who didn't pick up the sarcasm?
Who commented that?
A couple of people.
Yo, people didn't pick up the sarcasm because they don't follow you enough. Everything that comes out of your mouth is sarcasm.
But how can I ask about a dead guy doing something lately? Like, how? I don't understand. Like, why would they think that was real? And I'm a Niners fan. Like, all right.
And then somebody was like, "Really? Well, what has Lombardi done lately?"
Right.
And then somebody said,
"Hey, I'm gonna go on mute." So when I pop in to upload this thing, it don't mess it up. So I'm gonna go on mute. Y'all talk about it, man.
So I didn't see the bracket, but I know Bill Walsh was up there, and I'm thinking he got beat by Andy Reid, the Walrus. I think that's what I remember seeing, like in comments or whatnot. So I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I guess I want to talk about the names up there. So I got to see who was up there.
Mike G says he wants to know why I got a blue face mask. Look, at least I have a face mask.
Facts.
I could not get a Niners face mask to save my life. I got blue, black, gray. I got all different kinds of masks. So I don't give a shit what color it is. Just protect me.
Facts.
So
yeah, man. That shit could be
Let me tell y'all what my dumb ass just did. I almost ended the broadcast. I was trying to leave on my phone, and I hit end.
Saw.
Thank God to ask you, do you want to end the broadcast? Because, man, y'all have been mad at me. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so here's the picture here of the brackets, okay? Now, we can't zoom in. I'm sorry. For those of you who can't see it, if you're on a computer, press F11. You'll get your full screen thing going there. But if you look on the right side of the screen, okay, you'll see Bill Walsh versus Mike Shanahan, okay? So, and you got
so this is what happened. Okay. So Bill Walsh did end up going against Andy Reid, and Andy Reid won.
Now, first of all, okay, yes, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, so I get it. So I get why 49er fans are mad. Because Vince Lombardi's winning and he gone.
No, they were mad at me. All right, so what happened was somebody sent that to us and they were like, "Can you believe this crap?" Right? They tagged a bunch of us in it. Can you believe this crap? And my dumbass response was, "Well, yeah. I mean, what has Bill Walsh done lately?"
Gotcha.
I was joking, guys. It was a joke. It was sarcasm.
I can't. Whenever you say that phrase, I got to go into the music. It's in my head. My bad. We did that on the last show.
You know, it's like, all right, like, I'm sorry, you know, whatever. But then they were like, "Yeah, well, what did Vince Lombardi do lately?" And I was joking. There's no way Andy Reid should be considered a better head coach than Bill Walsh.
than Bill Walsh.
I don't get it. He should not have lost there.
Okay.
The only thing that Andy Reid has going for him is
Patrick
him and
Mahomes.
Holmgren part of the Bill Walsh era, the tree.
Well, both of them are.
That's what I'm saying. They are both part of the Bill Walsh tree.
Right.
So I don't know how people voted Andy Reid with one Super Bowl, and he's been to what, 2, 3, 2.
Yeah, one with
Andy
Philly.
Reid's only been to 2.
One with Philly.
He's only been to 2. One with Philly. Well, he was on the wasn't he on the Green Bay Packers squad too?
He was not as a head coach.
Head coach of
No, not as a head coach. Yeah, but Bill Walsh, like how would Andy Reid beat out Bill Walsh? Like I don't understand that. Lombardi too. And this isn't being biased. This is being successful.
Right.
Like I'm just saying by succession. So
Bill Walsh, like he changed the way football is played, literally. So like I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Would this have been better if I made this an overlay instead of a
picture? I think that the bracket should be my final 2 championship bracket would be Bill Belichick versus Bill Walsh. I think that's what it would be. These are 2 guys that have one guy totally changed the game of football, how it's played, and one guy has sustained the longest amount of victory, like just sustained the longest. So I would like to see those 2 guys go head to head.
All right, now I get
like
that.
How the hell did Paul Brown make it so far?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I was going to ask y'all. Are there any other beefs that y'all see on here? Because let me tell y'all, I'm gonna get killed when I say this shit, bro. John Madden versus Bill Parcells.
Like how does Paul Brown beat the greatest show on turf?
One season, man, I don't know. It's the
bro. You got Bud Grant on here, Marv Levy. Like,
I mean, Marv Levy went to 4 straight Super Bowls though, so I get why.
And he lost them all.
But
he went there though.
He went though, so like I get it. Like it's not easy getting back to the Super Bowl consecutively too.
So why is Chuck Noll, Bud Grant, and let me see another one. Yeah, I mean Schottenheimer.
They got Lambeau down there too.
Wait, how did Green Bay get on here twice?
Because they got.
They're just doing their head coaches. Okay, I see. So this isn't AFC versus NFC.
No, it's
AFC versus NFC.
No, because Parcells and Seahawks are on the left side,
and Cowboys and the Green Bay are on the other side.
Yeah, how many times the Cowboys get on?
Oh, they got NFC. Yeah, because they have the Cowboys down on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Marv Levy should have beat.
And you're telling me Tony Dungy isn't? I mean, I would take Tony Dungy over Andy Reid.
Marv Levy should have beat Jimmy Johnson. I'll say that. I'll go on that ledge. That Bills team was one of the best teams of a decade. Like they were really, really good.
I mean, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, Cornelius Bennett, Talley, Bruce Smith.
Bro,
God damn.
They had Paul Brown beat Dick Vermeil. Like, are you crazy?
Well, I just said that. That's why I said the greatest show on turf. That's Dick Vermeil, bro.
Bro, what?
No, for real. All right. Let's make this back about the Niners. How the hell did Andy Reid beat Bill Walsh?
Let's go back. I'm trying to figure that out. How does 5? No, 3, right? 4. How does 4
Wait.
Super Bowls? No, it's 4 because Seifert got 1. How does 4 Super Bowls? How is 4 less than 1?
How does he innovated and gave Andy Reid he birthed what Andy Reid is doing? I don't. So I
just want to know how 4 is less than 1. And I see you. Wait. I want to know how 4 is less than 1. Once you can answer that question, we good. I can't talk about nothing else until you tell me how the number 4 of the integers is less than 1. I just need. I got to figure that out.
Symmetry is telling you right here. So he had 3 Super Bowls. Seifert did get 2.
Yeah, Seifert had 2.
So wait, Seifert got one with Joe Montana?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I always
then-
tied Joe Montana and Walsh together, and I know Joe had one and Young had. I mean, Joe had 4 and Young had 1, and I tied them to the head coaches. My bad. That
Thanks,
was my.
Tom.
Yeah, Stever
Thanks,
had
Roy.
Montana his last Super Bowl.
His last Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. And Seifert didn't even make the list, did he?
And he would have had him in another one, but Montana ended up getting hurt by the. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm getting
What team was it?
Wasn't it the Giants?
What team did I say I would add to that list?
That's why, bro.
The
Freaking who was
Giants,
it too?
bro.
Leonard Marshall, motherfucker, yo.
I hate the Giants so much. But yeah, so that bracket was a little bit of a joke. I mean, I don't know how it was organized either.
I really want to sit down and put together a bracket on Twitter, you guys. I just don't have the mental strength to do it. Because it looked like a lot of work. If Cass was doing those candy brackets and tournament, I just look like way too. I don't got that much time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I want to do something because at least
we just got to take AFC
Somebody
coaches and start at the bottom and just keep moving them on. Just keep moving people on.
I agree, Nick. I think we should do something like that. I just want to know how 4 is less than 1.
Even without Super Bowl wins, look at how dominant.
I know, Mike. But at the end of the day, the dominance won 3 Super Bowls. Excuse me, 3. I wonder how 3 is less than 1.
Right.
How George Seifert, man, remember my comment about George Seifert about 4 or 5 months ago? He don't get no respect, and it was all because he was under the shadows of the Bill Walsh, whatever. He got 2 Super Bowls. Oh, that's Bill Walsh.
And Seifert's defenses were no joke. That's what I know. They talk about Montana and Young and the offenses, man. People really forget how good those damn defenses were. Those defenses were solid, bro. Hey guys, don't boot him. I was just joking. Don't boot him for real. I was just playing.
They said Dom King says Paul Brown found Bill Walsh.
Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah,
but
I'm not saying that he didn't. He was his mentor, but still, he still didn't have as much success.
Well, he beat
Walsh.
He didn't even get to that bracket to play Bill Walsh because he lost to Dick. He beat Dick Vermeil from the Rams.
But I think Dick Vermeil was more of a success story than Paul Brown. The only reason we know Paul Brown is because he found Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh,
and he was his mentor, and he got Bill Walsh to invent the West Coast offense.
Let me see that list one more time. I'm not gonna post it.
You can post it. Put it up there, man. Put it up there. Hey, by the way, y'all gonna put some respect. There's some coaches on this list that y'all just completely disrespect. John Madden should not be beating out Parcells, bro. I don't care what y'all saying that because of the video game. That's the only reason. I promise you.
That 77 Madden team, though, that Raiders team, they was a problem, bro. But Bill Parcells is a better coach. I got you. Right. I got you. Don Shula over Bill Cowher.
Mike Tomlin drew the short end of the stick. You ain't going. I don't care who you are in that first bracket against Belichick, because Tomlin's a good coach. There's some coaches on here that Tomlin.
That's messed up that they put Tomlin against Belichick.
Let me ask y'all a question. And this for real. This for real. Let's have some fun here, right? Bruce Arians or Mike Tomlin?
Tomlin.
Wait, what'd you say?
Bruce Arians
or Mike Tomlin?
I'm taking Tomlin.
Okay. All right. I like it, man. All right. I'm not going to do no more. I just wanted to know.
All right, man. I'm done with this list. Let's move on.
All right. So we only got one more topic. It's going to be a fun one here. And I'm going to say it so y'all can think about it. Your favorite memory, if you could just pick one from last year. Just one memory for this football season that y'all had. Now, if y'all had any babies or something like that, that's going to win it all. But try to keep it football related, But just your favorite memory from last year. And listen, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we don't know yet, but we might have to hold tight to the memories we had from last year.
Mike.
I don't know what's in store. I'm just saying that we better be prepared to hold on to those memories. Because it's just not looking good. But yeah, so let's talk about it. If y'all want me to go first, so y'all can keep thinking, or what?
I got mine.
All right, so then you kick it off. Then let's go, man.
Yeah, my favorite memory was being for the very first time me attending the NFC Championship game, and the atmosphere was totally different than a regular season game. Like I like the atmosphere was ridiculous. I'm sure the game in New Orleans was crazy and things like that, but the reason why this is most memorable to me because the 49 not only did like I leave my job, like I left my family, my wife blessed me to go out there, told me to go, got up with my boys, Nick. I was able to spend it with my mother-in-law who came and took me around and she was my guest and she was such a great host, bringing me there and stuff like that. But we just had a great freaking time with 49er fans and the 49ers, like it, and it was around my birthday, right? So it was like 3 days after my birthday. The 49ers were in pure dominance, guys. Like I've never experienced that in my entire life. You ever went to a game and you just were on eggshells because you didn't know if your team was gonna be like? Well, I was like that in the first quarter, but then all of a sudden you saw Moses part the Red Sea and Raheem Mostert was like, "What's my name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me?" Like, yo, he just had his way, bro. So that NFC Championship game, and for the reason why that's also one of my most memorable moments, and then I'll shut up, guys. For I know recently we've been able to beat Green Bay, but if you want to know why people hate the Green Bay Packers, you got to go back to the 90s, yo, because Brett Favre used to own those 49ers, bro. It was like after 94, the 49ers couldn't beat Dallas, Green Bay. Those were the two teams they couldn't beat all of a sudden. And Brett Favre had his way, and Troy Aikman had his way. So I get why people don't like the Green Bay Packers, but it's a new day, and I think we own them, and that will be my most memorable moment from last year.
I like that. I like it a lot, man. That's actually dope. I wish I could have been there, man. Nick, you got one or you want me to go?
I mean, mine is a toss-up between the NFC Championship game, just for all the reasons that Breezy just said. It's really tight. I mean, that was, a big game to be at. It's very dominant, but we were, celebrating at halftime out in the parking lot, right? So,
I know, I blew my AirPod.
But I'm going to have to go with being in New Orleans, man. Just the whole trip in general. New Orleans, the trip, the way that the 49ers fans traveled this year to New Orleans, the takeover that was there, the streets, the parade down Bourbon Street after we won, the game itself, the face mask, just everything in general in New Orleans. I mean, good friends, the fans, the way the game ended, the atmosphere. There was a ton of Niners fans in the dome. Like I said, the parade afterwards down Bourbon Street, singing who dat, we that team that beat them Saints, who dat, just going down Bourbon Street, tons of Niners fans. Probably one of the most memorable games I've ever been at. Because, like I said, it was awesome being at the NFC Championship game and experiencing that, going to the Super Bowl. I shed some tears, but nothing hit like the New Orleans game this year. Like, the game itself was a nail biter. The fans in the stadium itself, the atmosphere, the food, the parades. Just, I think New Orleans is the top for me, man, and the way it ended.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game, man. That one's another one that, it was phenomenal to watch on TV. I can't imagine. I think I would have had a heart attack if I was in the stadium. Honestly, I don't know if I could handle that. I probably would have. It felt like at one point.
Part, though, Mike. That was the best part. All the Saints fans were like, ha ha ha, blah blah, and then they lose and they're like this.
Right, but they barely lost, and that's why I'm saying I don't know.
That game was crazy, yo.
Yeah.
That game was crazy. I don't. You guys watched it, and I'm sitting here at a freaking library performing for these little kids, like, and all I'm seeing is y'all text messages. I tried to have the game on, but their internet connection was whack, and then it was just so bad. It was just so bad. And then when I got in the car, I'm like, "What's going on?" And then y'all stopped like responding and whatnot, and I'm like, as soon as I got in the crib, boom, like,
right.
Wow.
Yeah,
that game was crazy. What you got, Mike? I know you're gonna top both of us.
No. Mine is for more sentimental reasons. I had a lot of really good moments last year, and one of them was that Steelers game that we all went to together, hanging out with everybody. That was freaking phenomenal. That's why I wish I could have went to the Packers game to get out there with everybody again. But I'm going to go with the other Packers game for my birthday weekend because of my wife. Watching my wife at her first professional football game and how she was just up and cheer. You ever like you tell them like, all right, this is what we do. We cheer when we on defense. We quiet on offense. You know, you giving them the pep talk, but you don't know if it's registering. You don't like because I tell her the same stuff at home, and I look over and she going over there playing with the kids. Like, what do you know? Football? Come watch football with me. Come sit down and get in the moment, bro. Her and my son were so into this game. Like I would just look over and just like, that's my family right there. Like that's me. That's me. Like I just felt so proud. Plus, it was a good game. It was a fun game. Most blowouts I don't get into. Like I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say, but a lot of the postseason games for us weren't really exciting for me. Like they were fun to watch. I was happy we won. It's good to talk junk, but when they're so one-sided, like when you don't feel like that they're really that close, it's like, yeah, all right, I expected us to win that one. Let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, and that game would have been that, except the atmosphere, and not just my family, but it felt like a playoff environment. Now, y'all were there for a different one, so I don't know. But when I tell you that nobody, I've said it like 5 times on the show already, nobody sat down, no one stopped screaming the entire time the defense was on the field. The entire time. I'd never been part of a football game like that before. So that was a first for me. It was as close to a playoff environment I've ever been in, and it was phenomenal. That is definitely my favorite memory of all of last year.
Man, there's so many though.
I just love the whole season, bro.
Right, it was so
11
many
games
man.
I attended last year. 11 games. That was just like the most I've ever attended in a single season. So I mean, but yeah, man, it was just a memorable season total. You know, obviously, I wish it would have ended better and we would have been Super Bowl champs, but you know, it was a great year, man. Going from 4-12. What's that?
What game was the guy with the leaf blower? I saw somebody mention that in here. I don't remember which game.
That was the Green Bay game. That was when you were out there for the Green Bay game. It was at the hotel.
Oh, okay. See, y'all laugh at my misery. Okay. All right. Yeah. And see, this is when my wife met one of her friends. Look at this. Look. Yes. Got to meet Miss Debbie out there. It was great, man. The little meet and greet that we had out there. We had a really good time that weekend, man. I know you guys were all over the place. Nick said he went to 11 games last year. Yeah. Who said it? Roy Boy. Look, right? 11, right? Look at him flexing. All right. That's cool. Whatever. Nah. 11 games.
11 games. Rain in Washington.
And Baltimore.
Rain in Baltimore. Tampa. The first part of my season was Tampa, Cincinnati, home opener. Like the first 3 games. First 3 weeks, I was all over the damn place.
Guys, that home opener, guys, that was nail biting, yo. Like, if you want to talk about quitting on your team, bro? That's when you knew that the 49ers were going to be resilient, because the way the defense was playing and the way the offense didn't give up, because they cashed in when they needed to. That's why y'all can't tell me shit about Jimmy Garoppolo. Y'all, like, the next person I see talk smack about Jimmy Garoppolo, expect a smack in the mail. Like, that's what's gonna happen, yo. Like, because you can't tell me that this guy. Never mind. This is not his show. It's not cool. His segment. It's not. It's not cool, bro.
It sounds like you got some pinned up aggression. Let that off your chest.
No, it's like I just, we haven't talked about Jimmy in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Since that COVID scare that they had. But my thing is, guys, we have us a quarterback. Who cares what he's getting paid? He took us to the Super Bowl. I will say this, and Mike has been saying it. Listen, without Jimmy Garoppolo, we're not in that Super Bowl. Boom. End of discussion. Now, you can put all the other pieces there, Kittle, Mostert, Bosa. You can add them all up. But without Jimmy G, we win in probably 3 to 4 games. That's just the way it is.
Yep. I agree with you, bro. I completely agree with you. Hey, another one that's for me that I felt like was our coming out party for the team was that game against the Browns. And I know that the Browns didn't start the year the way that people thought they were going to. But people were talking so much junk. Was that a Monday Night Football game?
That was a Monday night game. And you had a guest from the Browns podcast on the show. And you made me hold my tongue on that show. You made me bite it.
I didn't do that show.
Yes, you did. It was you and Nick. Remember
I was not there for. There was no way I was there for that. I didn't talk to anybody.
Yes, you did. Remember we had the guy from the Browns. He runs the Browns podcast.
Are you sure I was on? It wasn't just you and Nick.
No, you were. I could have swore you were there. And
we don't do 3 people in the guest. That's not our format. It had to be y'all two.
Nah, all I know is I was there and I had to bite my tongue. Maybe it was Nick and I, but I could have swore Mike was there, yo, because he was kind of like talking stuff, but then he started bigging up. Because remember, you know how I know you were there, Mike? Because remember we broke down positions by positions who had the better players, Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa, like who was gonna have the best game. We did that.
I remember people getting mad at me for saying that I like their defensive line or something.
That's why you were there.
But I don't know if that was that show with him. Hold on, let me see something. I don't know. Breezy might be.
Yeah, I don't remember that show. I remember us debating Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa.
It was on that show,
but
bro.
I don't remember.
Because remember, we broke down and we asked him, "Who are you taking, your quarterback or our quarterback?" Remember?
We do way too many freaking shows. Good God. Trying to scroll through this real quick.
Look,
ain't nothing real quick about this, bro.
My brother Wayne said you was there, bro. Yeah, you were there, Mike. I remember because I remember putting myself on mute because I'll be ready to fight. I'll just be ready. But I know we can't do that. I know we can't.
I found Carolina. Hold on. Bengals. Oh,
Danny said you was drinking that night.
Steelers 3-0. All right,
Mike,
week 5 predictions.
Yeah, Mike, you took these guys. Remember, you took the Browns D line over the Niners D line, bro. You did that.
He did.
I said that,
and you did it on that show with the dude.
Is this the one with the guy right here?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hello, everyone.
I don't remember talking to this dude.
We taking trips down memory lane, man. Cue the guitars, cue the strings. This is a great show, man. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Gold bar heavy. Speaking of gold bar, I'm like fresh out,
bro. What up? This is Stefan. Week 5 predictions. It's Stefan, and Nick.
Nah, that's old.
That's what I'm looking at. And then the next one is the Browns Monday Night Football talk. Hold on, let me see. Here's Nick doing the intro. That's how I know I wasn't on it, because Nick doing the intro.
Nah, I remember.
Bro, Mike ain't there. That ain't me.
He didn't put you in yet.
Like y'all racist. That's not me.
That was Quincy.
Yeah.
That ain't me. I wasn't on there, bro.
Keep scrolling in the show. I could have swore you was there, bro.
No, I think we did a D-line show. I think we did a D-line show when we were comparing defensive lines about the Browns.
Oh.
I don't think it was the show where the Browns fan was on. Because
well,
I think Quincy Carter, or whatever his name was, he's actually part of FTFN now, I think.
Now, I came on later.
I told you was there.
But the guy wasn't on here, though. I never talked to that guy. That's why I don't remember.
All right.
So we all was kind of right. I was on the show. I said I didn't do no show with that guy. I wasn't on there with him.
We all was kind of right.
It was all the same show. It was an hour-long show, and I was on there at the end. I just found it. But I never talked to him. I don't know who that dude was. I didn't talk to him. Okay.
All right.
We all right? We good?
We all right and all wrong.
Right,
so that's
you
fine.
Right. Nick right. I'm righter than all y'all, right?
Can't get no righter. But come on.
Good show, man, fellas. Final thoughts, guys. Let's wrap this thing up here. We got some Saturdays to get to. Nick been pulled over to the side road. I don't know if that was me or you in the car this long. Cops would have been behind us, bro. Like, they would have been pulled ass. Hey, sir, you intoxicated? Step out of the car. I can't believe Nick been sitting there on the side of the road all this time.
I pulled over into some parking lot. Look,
I got pulled over parked in the parking lot.
We'd have been trespassing. Oh, that would have been even worse.
Get out and buy something. You buy?
I'm in the middle of the woods somewhere, bro.
I'm damn sure not gonna be in the middle of the woods pulled over. That ain't happening. Not on my watch.
I've seen too many movies that go bad that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. Final thoughts, man.
Wrong turn.
Yeah, right.
Wrong turn too.
Nah, man, I'm good. It was good. Good to be back on. Hopefully, I catch you guys on the next one. Much love to all you guys, and hopefully, we have a season, man. Just got to keep praying.
Yeah.
Can we not speak that type of juju into the atmosphere? Can we speak juju like George Kittle's gonna get signed and Mostert's gonna be playing and we're gonna trade for Jamal Adams? Can we speak that juju? You saw I threw that in there. Can we speak that juju into the air? And it's gonna be a football season, guys. I don't know if it's gonna be on Madden or if it's gonna be, real live NFL. But this is going to be a football season, guys. But great show. Nick, we miss you, brother. Thank you for being back on here today, man. Mike, thank you for putting this together, man. I'm ready to get this grind started in my 2K. So NBA 2K20 grind. I need that. I need that Stephen Curry, bro. That card.
Hey, bro, your thighs don't burn?
Yo.
Like I've done
Nothing.
5 or 6 miles out here, up and down small hills, and I'd be like, all right, man.
I won't hurt till tomorrow.
Oh,
I could tell you right now that my butt paws will be on fire tomorrow. Like, it will be hard to take a shit.
I bought a custom cushion for my bike. I don't play those games.
And mine was custom too, but I think I need that memory foam cushion.
Bro, it's the memory gel. My joint.
Yeah, the gel. Yep.
And it's got the donut hole in the middle. It's better for you, man.
I need to get one of those, man. Let me know where you got yours from if you know, and I'll order that.
Go to GMC and get some creatine.
Creatine?
That's for recovery. It helps the muscle recover faster, so you don't get the burn and you don't feel as bad. Nick, you wanted to jump in again? I thought I saw you do something like this.
I was gonna say, make sure you guys give us a follow over FTFN on Twitch, man. Fan to Fan Network on Twitch.
Yeah, we gotta create that banner.
Got big things coming over there as well, guys. So make sure you guys go over there, hit that like button, and check us out on fantofannetwork.com. I think he's staying with .com or .net. Well, he just talked about it on our meeting the other night, and he said that somebody had FTFN.com, so I wasn't sure if he was switching it. So, but
I know it's spelled all the way out right now, fantofannetwork.com.
Yeah, Fan to Fan Network, guys. You guys don't want to miss that. Make sure you subscribe on the Twitch channel for us and all other 32 NFL teams. Spread the love, spread the news.
I told my son I was going to show him this. He took one of my hats upstairs. Derek loves building stuff with Legos. Can you guys see what that is?
The SF, baby.
Yeah, it looks good.
He did that?
Yeah, I can't believe he figured out how to do that with just Legos, man. He's like, I'm sorry, it's not all rounded out. I was like, Derek, it's pixelated. That's what it's going to be.
I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna go try.
Oh, and I gotta show. Wait, one more thing since Breezy showed his off. One more thing. Shout out to our guy Odysseus. Hold on, I don't want to touch it. And Bryant Young responded to me. He said, "Let's make it happen." I put up a post saying that I got this picture of my favorite 49er player ever, and now all I gotta do is get a signature on it and get it framed. He said, and I quote, "Let's make it happen."
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I email you? Can I send you mine too, so you can get mine signed? He won't know. It's two of them in there probably. I hope
do it, man. I'm gonna send him the markers. I told him if there's a fee, I don't care. Let me know, bro. Get that joint framed. It'll be the third thing I have that's autographed, so I'll be happy. I only got 3. I don't have a big autograph collection, so I don't have a flag that I can wear like a cape.
You know what I'm saying? We're not Superman. Nothing but Niners Super Clark Kent over here. Nothing but Niners Clark Kent down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm Batman. I don't.
Frank Gore, and I got Jerry Rice. That's it.
I got Rice and Kittle. If I could get that,
I'll be able to wrap that shit completely around me this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Max.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for us, man. Final thoughts, man. Great show. Those are my final thoughts. Everybody stay safe, and I don't care what you guys say. Stay masked up. Don't do it for yourself. Do it for others. It's a selfless act, not a selfish act. Okay, mask up for the protection of others, not for yourself. Guys, be out there. Be on your grind. Stay safe. Social distance because it is going on out there still. Make sure you guys are protected and wise. Stay hydrated. It's hot outside right now. We're going to get to this Saturday. If you're in the UFC, let's go. If you're in the boxing, let's go. 2 undefeated boxers are going on tonight. They only got 12-0 records, but they still undefeated. Somebody's has got to go. That's going to do it for us here on the Nothing But Niners show. Nick already told you guys, make sure you give us a follow on the Fan to Fan Network over on Twitch. They have Twitch, and there's what's the other thing? TikTok, but I think TikTok is about to get banned.
Instagram.
Yeah, I think TikTok is about to get banned in the United States, so be careful with that. If you guys have children that are on TikTok, go in and check out all the permissions that they're allowing. Apparently, these things are tracking phones all day long. Like, it's all kinds of personal information there. So be careful if you're on TikTok or if your kids are on there. All right. We asked someone to do a dance for us. What happened to her? What happened to our little dance we were supposed to be getting? I wanted to see the 49ers, nothing with Niners dance, man.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I'm not sure. We got to find out who that was. And
Yeah. And guys, don't forget. When we get to 10,000, 3 of you people are going to win 49ers stuff. So I don't care if it's memorabilia, if you want something autographed or whatever. There are sites where we can order something autographed for you. You guys let us know. 3 people get it, but we have to hit 10,000 subscribers first. So spread the word, all right, guys? And it doesn't have to be just the last 3 people to do it either, all right? It's going to do a random selection. We'll do it right here on screen live for everybody to see, all right? But make sure you guys subscribe, all right? That's going to do it for us here tonight, man. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
but always remain faithfully entangled. We out. Peace.